Hi, I'm Angel Nightingale. Welcome to my channel. Dive into a world of diverse content that enriches your mind and soul. Discover the benefits of herbs and spices, explore mini episodes for adults tackling real-life situations, and enjoy kids' stories and educational videos for all ages. Immerse yourself in the beauty of nature with videos on animals and waterfalls and learn tips for skin and hair health. Plus, enjoy a variety of music to soothe your soul. Join our community and experience the magic of learning, nature, and wellness. Subscribe now and never miss an update.
Dark chocolate, walnut, and cherry holiday bark. When grocery store shelves are piled high with peppermint bark around the holidays, it might be tempting to grab a tin for gifting or to enjoy as an after-dinner treat. But that bark was probably made a while ago with ingredients you might not recognize. This year, go the extra mile without the extra effort and make your own instead. It's super easy to do and totally customizable with your favorite mix-ins. This 4-ingredient recipe has a combination of savory California walnuts and chewy dried cherries set into dark chocolate, and it comes showered with a little crunchy salt on top. What is bark? Bark is essentially melted chocolate sprinkled with toppings. The chocolate hardens and keeps all the toppings in place, and then it's broken into individual pieces, perfect for snacking or as an elegant edible gift. For this version, start by melting some dark chocolate chips, then spread the mixture thinly on a sheet of parchment paper. Next come the California walnuts and dried cherries, which need to be chopped into smaller pieces so they'll be in every bite. Feel free to toast the walnuts first if you'd like. This enhances their delicious flavor and adds some extra crunch. As for the dried cherries, both sweet or tart will work well depending on what you prefer. A delicious holiday gift and snack. The beauty of this bark is that unlike cookies, it can be shipped or stored for a much longer period of time. It's a great make-ahead project to tackle before other holiday activities set in. But since it only takes minutes to throw a batch together, it can also be a last-minute dessert or addition to a cookie plate. Since it's loaded with good-for-you walnuts, be sure to make a batch to keep for yourself as a snack when you need an afternoon pick-me-up. Ingredients: 3/4 cup California walnut halves 3 ounces, half a cup dried cherries, 1.5 cups dark chocolate chips, about 10 ounces, 1/4 teaspoon coarse finishing salt, such as Maldon. Instructions: line a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper. Set aside. Coarsely chop 3/4 cup California walnut halves and half a cup dried cherries. Place 1.5 cups, 10 ounces, dark chocolate chips in a microwave-safe bowl. Microwave on high, stirring every 30 seconds until melted, 2 to 2.5 minutes total. Pour the melted chocolate onto the parchment. Use an offset spatula to spread it into a 9x 13-inch rectangle. Sprinkle with the walnuts, dried cherries, and 1/4 teaspoon coarse finishing salt. Refrigerate the bark until firm, 30 to 40 minutes. Cut or snap with your hands into pieces. Recipe notes: storage: refrigerate leftovers in an airtight container for up to 2 weeks.
Fancy Novake Chocolate Caramel Tart.
In the world of chocolate desserts, there's nothing more impressive than a classic chocolate caramel tart. A tender crust filled with gooey caramel and topped with a glossy chocolate ganache is pure decadence, but making it at home can be quite the process. It's not something you can easily whip up. That's why I created this recipe, which forgoes the shortbread crust in place of a no-bake version and swaps out the homemade caramel for a clever shortcut version that's equally as delicious. It's an impressive dessert that looks as fancy as anything you would find at a restaurant. Oreos and Kraft caramels are the key to an impressive shortcut tart. 2 clever shortcuts help make this tart incredibly easy to whip up. The first is Oreos, which form the crust. Instead of making the chocolate crust from scratch and blind baking it, I combine crushed Oreo cookies with melted butter to make a pleasantly crumbly crust with a rich chocolate flavor. I press the crumbs into a tart pan with a removable bottom and chill the crust. No baking required. Tips for making an impressive chocolate caramel tart. Before you head into the kitchen to make this tart, keep these tips in mind. 1. Use a tart pan with a removable bottom. Because this tart is made with a crumb crust, it's important that you use a tart pan with a removable bottom to help get it out easily. These tart pans can be found in most kitchen stores or ordered online. 2. Chill each layer before adding the next. Each layer needs time to chill in the fridge before you can add the next. This helps set up the crust and caramel so that each layer in your finished tart will be nicely defined. Sprinkle the ganache with flaky sea salt after it has set. Many recipes will instruct you to sprinkle the chocolate ganache with sea salt directly after pouring it on top of the caramel, but I recommend waiting until the very end. This prevents the salt from melting into the chocolate and keeps it crunchy. Ingredients. For the crust: 4 tablespoons 1/2 stick unsalted butter, 20 chocolate sandwich cookies about 8 ounces, such as Oreos, 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt. For the caramel: 54 soft caramel candies about 3 cups or 1.5 11-ounce bags, such as Kraft, 1/4 cup whole milk, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt. For the chocolate ganache: 1.5 cups semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate chips about 9 ounces, 1/2 cup whole milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, flaky salt for sprinkling. Instructions: make the crust. Place 4 tablespoons unsalted butter in a medium microwave safe bowl. Microwave on high in 10-second increments until melted, 30 to 40 seconds total. Place 20 chocolate sandwich cookies about 8 ounces and 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt in the bowl of a food processor fitted with the blade attachment. Process until the cookies are the texture of sand, 30 to 40 seconds. Add the butter and pulse just until the cookie crumbs are moistened, 15 to 20 pulses. Alternatively, crush the cookies in a large zip-top bag with a rolling pin, transfer into a large bowl, and mix the butter into the crumbs by hand. Transfer the mixture into a round 9.5-inch tart pan with a removable bottom. Use the bottom of a measuring cup or clean hands to press the crumbs evenly into the bottom and up the sides of the pan. Press the sides first to make sure you have enough. Refrigerate for at least 1 hour. About 10 minutes before the crust is ready, make the caramel. Make the caramel. Unwrap 54 soft caramel candies and place in a medium saucepan. Add 1/4 cup whole milk, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt. Cook over medium heat, stirring often, until the caramels are completely melted and the mixture is bubbling and smooth, 5 to 7 minutes. Pour into the center of the crust. Spread into an even layer with the back of a spoon if needed. Refrigerate until the caramel is firm enough to touch without leaving an indent, at least 2 hours. Meanwhile, make the ganache. Make the chocolate ganache. Place 1.5 cups semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate chips, 1/2 cup whole milk, and 1 teaspoon vanilla extract in a medium microwave safe bowl. Microwave on high in 20-second increments, stirring between each until the chocolate is melted and the mixture is smooth, 1 to 2 minutes total. Let sit at room temperature to thicken up as the caramel chills. Once the caramel is chilled, pour the chocolate ganache on top and spread into an even layer with the back of a spoon. If the ganache has thickened up too much, microwave on high power in 10-second increments until remelted. Refrigerate until the ganache no longer looks wet and is firm enough to touch, at least 1 hour. Sprinkle with flaky salt, cut into wedges and serve chilled. Refrigerate any uncut tart. Recipe notes. Make ahead. The crust can be made several days in advance before filling with caramel. Store in the refrigerator loosely covered in plastic wrap. Storage. The leftover tart can be refrigerated in an airtight container or loosely covered in plastic wrap for up to 4 days.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out on the best contents. Have a beautiful and blessed day to each and everyone.